Hi, I'm Barbara Coward, and I'm filming today in front of the Christmas tree in my building. Now, this is the time of year where there's a lot of heated debate of whether you should have a fake tree or a real tree. People have really strong opinions about that. And in addition for it to be holiday season, it is also ranking season. And for me, who's been in this industry for a long time and who's been studying rankings, it's kind of like Christmas morning. Here's an example. This is a letter I wrote to the editor of Business Week back in 1996 about rankings. And since then, when I worked in business schools, I was the person submitting the data to the Financial Times, right? So I was, collecting the data information from the school. I was also encouraged to call alumni to encourage them to pay attention to their email and respond to the ranking. We couldn't tell them what to say, that would be wrong, but we could just say, hey, heads up, there's going to be a ranking survey coming to you, please fill it out. So anyway, what I'm talking about with that is that the Poets and Quants ranking came out yesterday for 2025. It's a composite ranking, which means it includes 5 different other rankings. And it includes 35% of the ranking is based on U.S. News and World Report's ranking, 30% from the Financial Times, 15% from Bloomberg, 10% from LinkedIn, and 10% from Princeton Review. That is 65% from U.S. News and the Financial Times. So if you're looking at the ranking and you're just looking at the pretty paper and the, kind of the outside of it, you'd be like, well, why is Stanford not included? Aren't they top 10? Of course they are. But here's what happened. They were not included in the Financial Times ranking. Why not? Because they didn't meet the threshold for alums who responded to their survey. Remember me making those calls and emails, hey, there's a survey coming, make sure you respond to that. Now, people can read into that. They could say like, well, does that mean that the alums aren't really thrilled with their experience? I kind of doubt that, but I think about the type of student that goes to Stanford and they're really into entrepreneurship. And my guess is they're probably too busy building their companies and developing pitch decks and pitching to investors than they are actually waiting for an email from the Financial Times and responding to that. So this is what I want you to do with rankings. Go beyond the surface. You can look at those beautiful presents under the tree, but then unwrap them. Look what's inside. Look at the methodology. The more information that you have, the better you will be in terms of understanding how the rankings can work for you and making your choice of what business school to go to. Thanks so much and happy Christmas.